Welcome, sim racing fans, to the West Coast Sim Racing GT Challenge. Tonight we're live from Interlagos for race 5 of the season. It's 45 minutes of high-octane GT3 action. These drivers are suited and booted, just now finishing up qualifying. But before we get to virtual trackside, welcome in. My name is Sean Stam, Stam Studio Network, and we'll have a special guest up here in the booth in a few moments' time. It's our league owner, Mr. Warren Johnson. It's Trevor Vafroski out here in the lead of the point standings. Took it away, I believe, from Andrew Bound just last race. Josh Hunter sits third in the points. Michael Odell, Zach Saphir, Mitch Crowther, Nico Colby, Benjamin Forehand, and ninth, Dylan Baste. As we now cut to live virtual trackside action, we got to thank each and every single one of you for joining in here tonight, as well as those sponsors and affiliates up there in the top right of the screen. Tonight we're working with a 2.6 mile, 15 turn track, 45-minute race, as well as that caution coming out or around minute 20 of the race. Tonight we're down here out of Brazil. Temperatures at a cool, calm, and collected 66 Fahrenheit, and we're sitting at an altitude of a staggering 2,566. One of the highest elevated tracks here within the sim. That's going to be fun to watch, really, the lack of oxygen be into place here tonight for some GT3 racing. Ooh boy, let's take a look at this starting grid. Andrew Bound here slaps it on the pole with a 1:30.539. Stone Colby right there beside him. Jeremy Fletcher, he's on Mazda MX-5 champion. He's going to round it out there at P3. Michael Odell, Benjamin Forehand, Brennan Myers, Austin Edwards, and it's Jesse Laverin rounding out that top 8. Fifth row, Josh Hunter, Nico Colby, it's Brandon Birch, and Mitch Crowther there for 11th and 12th. Mitch obviously out of Skidmark Sim Racing, who's had quite a bit of pace here throughout the season. Mitch, fifth fastest in practice here before the race. Ali Iksay, he'll start 13th. Dylan Baste, Zach Severe, Dane Perkins, Jordan, as well as Miles Guerrero, Amethyst Reese, Lewis Holloway, Taylor Thompson, and Andreas Profana, the Italian, to round out our 22, count them, 22 driver grid. Obviously, quite a few drivers. I see quite a few drivers here from the U.S. and as well as quite a few from outside the U.S., showing a few from the land down under as well as the Italian. We appreciate each and every single one of you coming out here tonight for about to put on a show for the race fans down here in Stam Studio Network. There's we're looking at Andrew Bound, that 651 Mercedes AMG, fastest driver in qualifying. He was really fast in practice. Well, it says second right there, but they'll start up on the pole. He finished fourth in our practice standings here before the race. Keep your eye on that Mercedes AMG tonight. Stone Colby, we know how much pace this Colbster machine has. Now that he's had that qualifying effort that he's been looking for throughout the whole season. He starts out here on the outside of the front row. That number 52 Ford Mustang GT3, look for some pace. Michael Odell, Jeremy Fletcher, Brennan Myers, Benjamin Forehand. That's third, fourth, fifth, and sixth there. We know how much pace that second, third, and fourth row has here. This race start, as well as once we get to it, that race restart, it's going to be pretty wild here tonight. West Coast Sim Racing GT Challenge, race 5 out of what I do believe is a 12-race season. We are just getting a few turns away from getting that iRacing safety pace car down and off of the track and allowing us to shake and bake. Suited and booted for 45-minute race, 20 minutes coming at or around that competition, competition caution coming at or around that 20-minute mark. Ooh boy, let me know who you're rooting on down there live in YouTube land. We already got Moonlight Dancer with us. We got Mitch Crowther. Let's get it going here. If you haven't already, make sure you're getting up, stand up for your life. These drivers about to put on a show. Get ready for the fights. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Bound, Stone Colby, Jeremy Fletcher, Michael Odell, Benjamin Forehand, Brennan Myers, Austin Edwards, Josh Hunter, Jesse Laverin, and Brandon Birch rounding out that top 10. Here we go. It's now on Andrew Bound and Stone Colby up here on that race start. It's two Mercedes AMGs on that inside line. Andrew Bound puts his foot hard on the throttle pedal. We're going to make our way down and heading on to turns number 1 and 2. Oh, it's already 2 and 3 wide here. What transpires? What ensues? Oh, we already have a spin. That's going to be the camber and caster number 116. I think that's Austin Edwards who goes around. We're going to stick it up here for this battle for the second and third and fourth position as it's looking 3-3. three abreast. Michael Odell, Benjamin Forehand. Here comes that inside line. Jeremy Fletcher trying to make some moves earlier on. Oh, almost contact between 2 or 3 drivers. We're going to keep it 3 wide here through Interlagos. It's the opening lap. Cool tire temps, cool tire pressures. Still looking 3 abreast. Jeremy Fletcher has nowhere to go. He has to get right back out of the gas as it's Michael Odell, Stone Colby right up there running 3rd and 2nd. Benjamin Forehand. Here comes Nico Colby. There's so much action here up on this opening lap of Interlagos. These drivers knowing that they have to put that throttle pedal down, get that throttle pedal to rotate. No, Benjamin Forehand, a little bit too much rotation. No, Benjamin, no. And the blue and yellow Mercedes-AMG machine back up here to the race lead. It's Andrew Bound. He got his foot there hard on that gas on that race start. As we'll now get that track map posted up there on the bottom right of the screen. It's lap 1 complete out of this 2.6 mile, 15 turn raceway. Andrew Bound's gonna lead lap 1 after slapping it on the pole in qualifying. Stone Colby still, he's within striking distance, especially within that slipstream and draft, only at about 4/10 of a second behind. And then here comes the storm of brewing. It's Brennan Myers, Nico Colby, Josh Hunter joined it as well. We will look side by side heading back and down the hill. Nico Colby trying maybe for me a little bit of a switchback action here in that Lamborghini GT3 machine. VehicleBuyers.com is looking fast here tonight, hopping on board with the Colster machine. Then looking at track map, it's going to be about a 90-degree left-hand turn. It's easier said than done. Drops all the way down to, if I counted, 2nd gear there. 2nd going to look to get back on, drop a gear, disappear is that Nico Colby machine. Josh Hunter stays within about 2/10 of a second behind Nico Colby. Then it's Brandon Birch. Then it's Dylan Bass and Mitch Crowther. Jordan, how about Jordan, the driver out of Australia, the land down under? I'm showing the 54, already gaining 8 spots. Our biggest mover since the drop of the green flag tonight. He's got Zach Severe, though, breathing right down his neck. And then Dane Perkins, Ali Exay, and here comes another Aussie. It's Austin Edwards who finds himself this time around that inside line in that Porsche GT3. He's going to find himself around the door, around that corner, and around the clear. There you go for Slater. We'll get back up here between that battle between Stone Colby and Brandon Myers. It really starts to heat up and ensue for P3 on back, Brendan Myers, Nico Colby, and Josh Hunter. There's what, 2 Colbys here tonight, 50-50 chance there. Nico's trying to put his head down here as we're going to make our way down across lap 3, already 4 minutes down. Time flies when you're having fun, and these drivers are going to work down and through the hill once again. Josh Hunter trying to close that gap, as right now we're looking at a nice battle here between, it says 2nd here, but we're looking at 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Brandon Birch as well as Dylan Bass has had themselves a really nice start to this race. Stone Colby putting down the fastest lap of the race, last lap by with a 132.02. Although there is a little bit more fuel right here at the start of the race, newer Michelin tires available on that GT3 Ford Mustang, abiding to, it's going to give Stone Colby just a little bit more grip, and that he's begging here for within one of these very heavier GT3 Ford Mustang machines. Very similar colors for our front 2 running drivers right here. If we do remember, you can correct me if I'm wrong in YouTube land, but I do believe Andrew Bound and Stone Colby, kind of the front 2 championship runners in GRD6 land here tonight in the GT Challenge land with the GT3s that we're running tonight. It's going to the points for the GT Challenge. Andrew Bound 6P2 in the point standings, and oh boy. Unless it's wrong here, I think Stone's been kind of busy Thursday nights, but now that we're able to see him in some kind of faster, more aerodynamically dependent, or at least aerodynamic factors on the machines here, it's fun to watch Stone Colby rip around a faster, heavier, and more aerodynamically, I guess you call it, dependent machine here, getting to about that 4/10 of a second gap now separating him in our race. Dr. Andrew Bound. If we take a look at those last lap time history, even though it's lap 1, 2, 3, we still have that competition at or around minute 20 of the race. I'm going to bring this up early. I said it last lap 2 that Stone Colby was the fastest car on the track, but now lap 3, Andrew Bound says, watch this, I'll put my foot a little bit harder on that gas, carry a little bit more speed and momentum through especially those tight technical corners. I'm talking like 6 through 12 up at kind of the middle of the map, the kind of middle of the track map where they make their way through here now. Andrew Bound a little bit faster lap 3, but it's only by, it's not 600s and not 6,000s. Excuse me, tenths, hundreds. There it is 6,000s for Stone Colby. Still with retaining that striking distance. I think the slipstream in the draft range here for these GT3 machines is going to be about it's going to be a cut out at about an 1/8 of a second gap. Battle for the race lead continues to heat up and ensue. Also, a little bit of a spin there. Dylan Bass had gone off the track, and I think we've seen just this last lap a couple of spins. I'm not really showing any crashes there, but that was looked like a Formula Drift machine there for the number 20. Also, a Michael Odell incident. I believe that's a Camber and Caster. No, not Camber and Caster, but this is an Acura who had a little bit of trouble there going back down the hill. Whoa! Rear tires lifted up and off the racetrack. And now, since we're bringing up some replays, here's a brief look at the race start. So remember, it got through about that top, I would call it about top 8 drivers got through at least turns 1 and 2 okay. And then take a look at the left side of your screen, that Camber and Caster. I want to say it's the Mercedes AMG of Jesse Laborin, excuse me, there. Contact with Nico Colby, which sends him around. And then Austin Edwards also gets involved there. Thankfully, though, for Jesse, he does have that competition caution and is able to get his car kind of 360'd and back around. Lap 2 to 3 of the race. Here's an incident with Jeremy Fletcher. Going back down the hill, that's Jeremy trying to chase that number 56. Whoa, dives it down the inside here. That's going to be deep on the braking zone. Contacts there between the 1 and the 56. Fletcher goes around and takes, where's he at? And takes the 56 there with him of Michael Odell. Goes for a little bit of a spin. That's 2 spins today for Michael. One was his fault, one quite not. And then 2 more replays here. One of them is going to be the Dane Perkins machine as he was looking side by side. That may be Dylan Bass. Whoa, 2 Mercedes AMGs. Oh, in contact with his teammate. Sends him around and hard into the outside tire barrier. I have to take another look at that one. They started to look down that kind of short shoot of a straightaway here, then look at just the slightest little bit of contact. It like left rear hooks. It almost looks like that number 57 of Dylan Bass. And then just at these point, these drivers are just on board for the ride here. It's going to be a hard lick for the teammate as well. Probably looking at each other right here like, no, bunk. All right, we'll get back out here to that battle for the race lead as it once again does start to heat up and ensue. 9 minutes down out of this 45-minute race. Competition caution coming at about around minute 20 of the race. Now 0.3 of a second separating our front 2. Andrew Bound, remember, he is sitting second in the point standings coming in here to tonight. If you're Stone Colby, I'd like to invite you down there live on YouTube land here on the conversation. How hard do you fight for this battle for the race lead? Not only knowing that you might have, if not the same amount of pace that Andrew Bound does, but I mean, you fought for him race in and race out for season in and season out. How hard are you going to try to fight here, knowing that he has that points advantage, and it is by quite a lot? Andrew's probably looking to go be leading both championship standings if Andrew gets this victory here tonight from Interlagos. Checking in on Moonlight Dancer there saying, go Stone and go Nico, go all Kobe's. I wonder where Slater is at. Mitch Crowther saying, let's go. Good luck to everyone here tonight. Hey, it's going to be a great night for racing. If you're just now joining in here, we got this 2.6 mile, 15 turn track down here in Brazil. It's Interlagos action live on Stam Studio Network. West Coast sim racing action. My name's Sean Stam. We're going to have the league owner, Warren Johnson, joining us here in just a little bit as this battle continues to rage on here for the race lead. I'm looking, I don't know. do it, but timing and scorings. I mean, Zach Severe, Benjamin Foran, Lewis Holloway, all right there, 16th, 17th, 18th, separated by 0.002 tenths right now. But we're viewing this battle between Andrew Bound and Stone Colby, two very similar colored GT3 machines. Don't get them confused, though. They got the very similar pace. That Mercedes AMG belonging to Dr. Andrew Bound, Stone Colby. Vehicle buyers, kind of Apex Motor Club inspired number 52 there. He's going to kind of close that gap. They're coming out of turns 14 and 15. Let's hang on board here through turns 1, 2, and maybe even 3. See if we can pick up on what Stone Colby is laying down. I love turns 1, 2, 3 interlock. Well, that's a love-hate relationship, you could call it. Since it really invites you to carry that speed, carry that momentum, but the second you're a little bit too deep there on the braking zone, well, it's bye-bye and out into the tire barrier. This Stone Colby, he's keeping his head down, and here's a really nice move here for, I believe that was Josh Hunter, and that's Aston Martin. We really haven't seen too many Aston Martin GT3 machines newer to the iRacing universe from a season or two ago. A little bit of flashy from the Josh Hunter headlights. Maybe not liking that little slip and slide job there from Josh Hunter, but hey, we know Josh Hunter, he's got the pace in these GT3 machines. Last season champ in West Coast Sim Racing Multi-Class Series. There was a lot of GT3 racing going on there, from what I do remember. And Josh Hunter, hey, he's putting it down here tonight, showing us that he knows how to boogie, knows how to move and groove. And then I'm also going to show real quick, find it, Okay, I was going to show real quick the positions gained since each one of these drivers since the green flag, and it's still there. You see from the top of your screen, down middle of your screen. It's one of our drivers. It's our buddies from the Land Down Other, Jordan, as well as Austin Edwards. Well, Austin's lost 2 since the start, but how about Jordan gained +9 since that the drop of the green flag. Now we will re-rack them, we will restack them in about 7 to 8 minutes time here, but it's been really fun to kind of watch and see that number 54. I believe that's a newer driver here in this West Coast Sim Racing League, having himself a really nice night here tonight. Teamwork, making the dream work here, as hey, Jordan might have to look down the inside line, maybe even he's actually going to maybe lose a spot there, going to give it to Austin Edwards, as Austin takes away P8 from Jordan there. That's Skidmark Sim Racing for Austin Edwards going up to P8, trying to chase down Mitch Crowther, Brandon Birch, Nico Colby up there running 5th, 6th, and 7th. Really got a blanket over all these battles here tonight. You've got the front two running in 5/10 of one another, and then kind of 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th all within a battle. 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. I mean, separated 2/10 of a second here. Look at this. You could look up and down all around. Battles all throughout the racetrack. My name's Sean Stam, live on Stam Studio Network. Don't go anywhere. Enjoy the sights and sounds here tonight as I take a quick break. Take a quick breather up here in the booth. Thanks, everybody. crank this puppy back down as Michael Odell gets way deep there. Then 1 and 2 back end, almost coming out of his pocket there. I don't know, we almost lost the rear end is what I was trying to get out there from Michael Odell. That number 56 Acura machine. We've seen him kind of loose as a goose here tonight, but sometimes loose is fast, and I think that's what we're seeing from Interlagos. And this number 56 Odell Motorsports machine continues to battle it out here tonight with Ali Xay. This is for the 11th and 12th position. Nice move down to the inside. Michael Odell up to P11. He's going to try to put Jeremy Fletcher back in his sights as we do just have about, we'll call it 3.5 minutes to go till that competition caution. Back out to the battle for the race lead. It's still Andrew Bound, Stone Colby separated by just under half of a second. Stone doing everything that he can to just stay within, I'm about to say DRS range, but it's really slipstream range. But Stone, he's the smart man here behind all of these drivers smart man. I think Andrew Bound's actually the reason we call Andrew Bound Doctor. Anyways, Stone Colby, he knows that we're going to regroup and rearm here in just a couple of laps. We're going to slow down the whole field, allow these drivers to get a couple laps back if there are any needed. And Stone knows that he's going to have to maybe do something a little bit different on this race start compared to the original race starts where Andrew Bound, I wouldn't say caught the field sleeping, but Andrew Bound just hard on that throttle pedal, dropped a gear and disappeared there into 1 and 2, and then able to lead every single lap thus far. Little Verstappen action going up there out up front as Josh Hunter, Brennan Myers, and Nico Colby continue to go at it here for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and even 6th position. As I was mentioning here, kind of battles all over the racetrack as we do have a quick pit stop going in here. It's Amethyst Reese in that Acura NSX out of Crystal Gems, the 037. I wonder if this is a little bit of strategy call. We're gonna have to see if the 2 tires go up. Okay, I thought that was somebody zoomed in. There's a little bit better zoomed in shot. Still not seeing 2 tires up and off the racetrack. I wonder what was going on there for Amethyst. Maybe if that's a, let's see if we have a, if on the off-track side of things, Amethyst Reese no 10, because some of these other drivers, Jeremy Fletcher, Mitch Crowther, Jordan, they all have way more than 10. Wonder what that kind of pit stop was there for the 037 of Crystal Gems. Driver Amethyst Reese, as we'll get back to that battle for the race lead. Very interesting pit stop. Normally these West Coast Sim Racing GT Challenge races, these drivers don't have to worry about fuel at all, so that's why I'm just kind of, it's just scratching my noggin there just a slight bit. But back to this battle up front. Andrew Bound's going to have to not quite reach the bag of tricks here as far as defense go, but I wonder how hard Stone Colby is pushing that GT3 Dark Horse Ford Mustang. Very, very nice vinyl wrap on that side. Vehiclebuyers.com, overstockvehiclebuyers.com. If you're looking to buy a vehicle, if you're looking to sell a vehicle, you can hit up one of those 2 websites there. Let's hop on board once again with Stone Colby. I know we've done this here before, but this will really give us a good look at, well, now that he knows the white flag is pretty much out here for that competition caution, we'll get a really good look here and see how hard he's trying to push to keep this gap pretty close here to Dr. Andrew Bound. And then we got about 3-4 corners of it there. Dropped all the way down there to 1st. And I am noticing that Stone Colby, I mean, I guess you have to turn the steering wheel that much. But, man, it looked just pretty aggressive, sounded pretty aggressive, because sometimes you get on that throttle pedal. I know you got the TC there to save you. But, man, Stone, keep your eye on that 52 to maybe steal one away tonight. I say steal one, but he's been right up there with him for the whole race. Andrew Bound, Stone Colby, Josh Hunter, then Brandon Myers, Nico Colby, Brandon Birch running out that top 6. Austin Edwards, Jordan, I'm not going to butcher it. I was about to butcher it. I was about to try the last name there. Jordan, let us know down there in YouTube land or message me in Discord. I'll get some pronunciations right there for you. The two Aussies running 7th and 8th. Then it's Smith, Crowther, Jeremy Fletcher, Michael Odell, Ali Xay, Dane Perkins, Zach Severe, Benjamin Foran, Dylan Baste, Miles Guerrero, Jesse Lavorin, Lewis Holloway, Amethyst Reese, Andreas Profana, and Taylor Thompson rounding out our 22 driver grid. We're going to take a quick break here on Stam Studio Network. Don't go anywhere unless you're just grabbing yourself a drink, grabbing yourself a snack, and you promise to me that you'll be right back. I promise you I won't go anywhere. Just I need a quick little drink here myself. Thanks, everybody. I'll be right back.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back, sim racing fans, ladies and gentlemen of all ages. Once again, from the bottom of my heart, thanking each and every single one of you that finds their way down and into Stam Studio Network tonight. Whether it's through that horizontal broadcast, or you're kind of a recurring viewer, or hey, you're kind of a first-time viewer down there in that vertical broadcast lands. That's just for some socials there. But hey, if you found us on YouTube Shorts, make sure you mosey your way on over to the horizontal lands. Might took you, but I'm not gonna bite you. We'll get back here to some racing action as Andrew Bound, Stone Colby, and Josh Hunter are looking pretty good in that first, second, third position. Real quick, we're gonna take a brief look at the point standings, and that was coming into this race, as well as nobody else is pitted, as I see in this last camera shot. So that was kind of I'm still wondering what's going on there with that Amethyst Reese machine. Lights are out on the iRacing safety pace car. We're going to should get 2x2 this time, but here's a quick look at those point standings. No Trevor here tonight, I don't think so. So we should see Andrew Bound, whether he finishes first, second, or third. We should see Andrew Bound slot his way to the lead in the point standings after we're all finished up here from Interlagos. Josh Hunter, he's had some real nice pace. Third in the points, third in the timing and scorings right now. Michael Odell, Zach Sevier, Mitch Crowther, Nico Colby, Benjamin Forant, and Dylan Based in that top 9 point standings.
How we doing, Sean?
Hey, there's the man, the myth, the legend, my fellow GR86 driver. It's Warren Johnson. How's it going, man?
It's going great. Oh, we have a spin on the pace lap yet again.
So I think it's Michael Odell.
Michael Odell in the Acura. That's not a car I would want to drive voluntarily. I'll tell you that much.
There with you. Warren, how's your day going, though? I think you're out, at work again, but you have a little bit of time to join us?
Well, I had a meeting with the union today or tonight, and that's why I'm a little late, and then I'm not racing because of that, and my VR headset is messed up. But we're here now. We're in the booth with Sean Stam. Can be a better experience, and I'm ready for the race.
Well, Warren, it's been a pretty eventful one here thus far. Only 1 or 2 spins there on the original race starts here, but now that we're re-racked and restacked and ready to go 2x2 through the field, what are we having to look at on this race restart? They tires. They're also pretty cool, low tire pressures at this point as well.
Cold tires, cold tires, cold tires. That is what we're looking for, and that's why you see these drivers weaving back and forth under the caution flag. This is what you have to do. If you let those tires cool down at all, it's worse than the race start because now they're worn out. So that's what you got to look out for here. Watch Andrew Bound as he does this restart. He likes to do a little weaving like he is now and then go. It's like a Max Verstappen start. So once he starts weaving as the pace car pulls off, he's gonna start as he cuts in. Guarantee that's what he does this time. Unless maybe they figured him out, and that's not going to be the case. So let's see here. Are they double file? It should be single file, but maybe that was an error this time around. But no worries. No, it's no worries. That's not the biggest deal in the world. How many drivers do we have today, Sean? Well, let's get this restart going first, and then we'll talk about that.
All right, Warren, I'm going to let you take it away here. We've got 20 drivers
man.
ready to re-rack them, restack them. It's Andrew Bound, Stone Colby, Josh Hunter, Brennan Myers, those front 2 rows. Warren Johnson, league owner for West Coast Sim Racing. Take it away.
Here we go. Andrew Bounds weaving back and forth. I told you he did. There he goes. And we're off. Restart for the Interlagos Round 5 GT Challenge at West Coast Sim Racing. Andrew Bound going to go wide at that Mercedes. We have a 3 wide behind him, 3 rows back. That's going to be crazy. Alexei there in the red Mercedes as they come down. They're keeping it clean here. Oh, one McLaren off into the grass there. Not too bad. They've kept it clean here on the restart, Sean. I'm impressed. Color me impressed.
Race start, race restart. We're still keeping them moving and grooving. It's Andrew Bound, it's Josh Hunter, and then Nico Colby, Stone, and then Nico up front. And then we're still not done with 3 wide. I think that is Brandon Birch now in on another vehiclebuyers.com Ford Mustang. Now, oh no, there's Derby Fletcher. Oh no, excuse me, not Derby Fletcher. It's one of them. Oh, there it is. It's Brennan Myers gone around.
Brennan Myers. Let's see this rejoin. Hopefully stay smart on the rejoin. Let him go by and catch him later. We have 2 black flags. We have Dylan Bass and Miles Guerrero. I don't know what that's about. We'll see on the replay. I wonder if that's incidents or maybe they got caught past before the green flag went out. Hopefully that's not an issue, but we'll take a look at that in the race replay incident review. As we filing back out, Andrew Bound still got another 1.4 second gap on Stone Colby. Stone Colby's in that nice looking Mustang. You know whose car I really like though? That Josh Hunter, that Aston Martin green and yellow. You know those are my favorite colors on a car. So love to see people repping the green and yellow here. Who do we got behind him? Nico. Then we run down Austin Edwards. That's sort of a new name. I don't remember him. I'm sorry, but welcome to the league with another newcomer, Jordan. Oh man. Pianezzola. I'm sure I butchered that a little bit. Brandon Birch behind him in P7. I'm looking forward to Brandon Birch. I want to see him get in the top 5 at least, and maybe even a podium. It's going to be tough here. It looks like we have a tough field. A lot of nice looking cars today too, Sean. I don't know about you, but I like these. Whoa. Oh my gosh, Nico Colby just got murdered. Nico Colby just got murdered. And that is unbelievable.
A fan's going to go home with a lucky souvenir there. It magically reappears on his car, though, but that spoiler is going off and into Neverland. Nico Colby got some pretty heavy contact out of a flashy McFlashy.
Yeah, just because you're flashing your lights doesn't mean you're in the right of way. Yeah, completely takes out Nico Colby into the braking zone. That is not okay. We're going to be looking at it race review. If we have live stewarding, that would be definitely be a penalty for sure. That's pretty ridiculous, honestly. It sucks for him too because I've seen. Oh my goodness, Stone around. What is going on right now?
Oil on the track. Oil on the track.
No, I don't think it's oil. This is terrible. This is not good for the Colby trio.
Oh, there's another one. Zach Severe around.
What's going on? I told you these cold tires. They're not. They thought they could push them, and they're not able to push them anymore. They have to be patient on these restarts. What a crazy turn of events. And Austin Edwards in P3 right now, newcomer to the league. Apologies if he's been in a race before, but that's not a name I recognize all that well. I have a lot of people I have to memorize, so again, apologies to that. Austin Edwards with teammate Jordan Pianezzola behind him in those twin blue and white Porsches. We're going to have to take a look at that Nico Colby incident because that was not right, what happened there. From the looks of it. I wasn't in the cockpit, so I don't know, but that is not something you want to see when one of these races.
Let's put you in the cockpit here, Warren. What do you see from this Stone Colbster machine running second at the time?
Let's see the Stone Colby incident. So we're just coming around. This is a tricky part of the track. Very low grip, off-camber turns. Ooh, little rear end steps out just a little bit there.
Oh.
And then it just, yeah, that's what happens in these cars, especially with the Mustang. That's really, really easy to do in the Mustang. And just gutted for the Colby brothers there. And Zach Severe, same thing, just impatient with the throttle a little bit. And the rear end just steps out from you. Very unfortunate for those drivers. Really feel bad for those guys.
While we're in replay land here, there's been a couple of incidents since the race restart, but I just would like to go back to the original, the race restart here real quick. It was Andrew Bound and Stone Colby right there out up front. Andrew Bound a little bit deeper within that green zone. And then Corey, you said it best here. It was already again looking 3 and 4 and 5. No, a little 3 wide on this race restart.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 wide all the way back. 4 wide there, and there's a car that got spun. Maybe did they correct it over there on the rear? Who's that? Miles Guerrero. It looks like he's gonna lose it. So mostly clean restart. Other than that, it sucks to see for these drivers. I told you about those tires, man. That's what's going on here. I know a little bit of I don't know what happened with Nico getting taken out like that. That is just crazy to me. He can get back up there, but that's gonna be really difficult. Andrew Bound's walking away with it now, though. Almost 2-second gaps on Josh Hunter. Josh Hunter is usually the one that is leading these GT3 races, so this is surprising to see Andrew Bound, because Andrew Bound is much better on the GT4s. Josh Hunter is much better with the GT3s. So a little bit, we're kind of shaking things up here today and seeing some things we're not used to seeing.
Warren, I like what you've done with this Thursday night GT challenge. I mean, we got both of them. We got GT3 and GT4 kind of tonight. It might be in a little bit more in Andrew Bound's hand with that GT3 machine, but of course the GT4 is a little less horsepower, kind of same manufacturers and whatnot as well. I'm not personally, I don't have too many laps for the GT4, but GT3, oh, it's bread and butter here, especially at a track like Interlagos. Andrew Bound putting it down. And how about Jeremy Fletcher? He started up in the 3rd position, fell back a couple spots on the race restart.
There he
goes down the inside. Oh, crossover.
And then he's going to crossover move. Yeah, we saw that. It was a little too deep into the braking zone. That's the problem on turn 1. When you try to make a move there, that's what kind of happens every time. Jeremy Fletcher, yeah, MX5 Cup champion for IMSA for this year. Congrats to him on that.
That's so cool.
We won't spin on it and do tricks on it too much tonight, but he's a welcome member of our league, and we're glad to see him.
Jeremy's keeping that battle up in 4th and 5th with our 2 Aussies, and now Austin Edwards up with after Stone's little spin there. Austin Edwards up to P3, that final driver interview spot with only about, whoa, no, here's a spin.
Oh my goodness.
No, Jeremy goes around as well. We might have
Jeremy
to do some
again
tricks on
going
it.
around.
Oh,
Jordan, no. That's not something to do tricks on it for. What happened here? I want to see the running order, but let's take a look. We got the toilet paper Porsche. There's Jeremy goes for and then he cuts inside. We're gonna have to see a replay of that in the. I'm gonna have to look at that after the race. It looked like a mostly clean move. He kind of got caught sleeping, maybe a little ambitious from Jeremy, but the driver in front's got to kind of be paying attention a little bit to that also. Unfortunate for Jordan in his first race at WCSR. But he gets it turned around there as he comes out in front of Nico Colby. And what we got here? Let's see the running order, because we don't even know. So Austin Edwards is still in 3rd. That puts Brandon Birch up to P4. What did I tell you? What did I tell you, man? Brandon Birch, P4. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Dane Perkins is around. This restart is just horrible. What is going on right now?
There's millions and millions and millions of dollars of sim racing damage here tonight. It's a big one from Interlagos.
Brennan Myers going deep on the move there with that guy. Don't get in the racing. It looked like there was more cars involved. Oh my gosh. This is not what we like to see.
Have you ever, Warren? Oh my goodness.
Unfortunately, I have. So this is. What are we doing? Let's take a look at this. Just sit there. What is that? What are we doing there? Your teammate needs to check out too. Bonk into your teammate. I don't get what's going on. So stupid. But pardon my language. What are we doing here, guys? Well, we're gonna take a look at that. Jeremy Fletcher now has the black flag. I don't even know what's going on. What did I get into? I joined the race and chaos ensued. This is me. I might have to leave.
Yeah, they call it the
Stuff.
Warren Tater curse night. No, I know it affects you a little bit more because you know that you're going to have a lot of work to do with some driver incident reviews and all that. But we do still have some nice battling between 4th and 5th. And like you kind of alluded to earlier here, Mr. Warren Johnson, it's Brandon Birch. And I've been waiting for this. We've seen the time, we've seen the speed, and we've seen the pace, race in, race out. Here's Brandon Birch, though, having to play some defense over hard-charging Michael Odell.
Michael, with a good move, switched to the outside, and then he knew he was going to go back on the inside line. But now he's set up in the wrong line again for this turn. I'm going to see, we're side by side. Let's see how good we can, let's see if we can keep it clean here for one lap at this race. As they seem to be doing a good job. Michael Odell's not being too ambitious here on Brandon Birch. Brandon Birch playing some good defense as well. He knows where to place that car. He knows what he's doing in that Mustang. That Acura is really understeery, though. I tried driving it the other day, or before my headset broke, and it's just pushy little car. I'm surprised to see one up so far in the order, top 5. That's very impressive driving from Michael Odell. I know we were talking about it a little bit in the Discord. He kind of likes that car. But yeah, very impressive from him. Andrew Bound's now 2.5 seconds clear of Josh Hunter, which is quite impressive. No one really gets that far ahead of Josh Hunter in any race. That's very impressive for Andrew Bound. Austin Edwards keeping it back at 6 seconds back from the lead, P3, and 3 seconds behind him we have that battle for 4th and 5th with Brandon Birch and Michael Odell. So let's see what happens here as we kind of wind down. We got about 8 minutes left here, and I'm excited to see the rest of the race.
It was really fun to watch Michael Odell. He went from the front to the back to the back to the front earlier on in that race. I'm right there with you, Mr. Warren Johnson. I don't know why I keep calling you that, but Michael Odell, that Acura NSX, it is understeery. It has the pace. Here he comes down the inside. Same corner, deja vu, different lap. Michael Odell versus Brandon Birch for the battle for P4. It's going to be door to door. Michael's working that outside line.
I get him here. This is not where you want to be side by side, but this is some great racing with these two drivers. Keep it together. Let's keep this racing lane. This is great racing. Wow, he's going to take it down the inside. That's a great move from Michael Odell. Great racing from these two drivers.
Nice pass around and down the inside. Michael Odell up to P4. Brandon Birch falls back to P5, but don't let that count out just how great of a night it's been for Mr. Brandon Birch. He's up to P5, gained 6 spots since the start of the race. Then it's Mitch Crowther. Stone Colby unfortunately falls back to P7. Jesse Laborin, Benjamin Forant, and Lewis Holloway, excuse me. He is now our biggest mover on the night. He has gained, let's see, 10 positions since the drop of the green, from P20 up to P10. That's tonight's biggest mover of the race.
And, you know, that's what happens. You know, this guy, he's very consistently safe, I'd like to say. There's been a couple incidents before, but when is there not in racing? But we've seen just ruthless consistency here from Lewis, and it's gotten him up to P10. You know, half of racing is surviving. And, you know, it takes some skill to survive, honestly. So he puts a lot of clean, safe laps down, and this is where it gets him. He's 10 spots up in the race. He's got some great points for tonight. P10. I don't know how many points I can't remember. I don't have the sheet in front of me right now, but that's a great showing from Lewis Holloway here. Glad to see him in the top 10.
Hey, it takes some camber. It takes some caster. It takes that Lewis Holloway machine up to P10. Matter of fact, I mean, with all due respect, I'm not seeing him on my notes shown in the top 10 in practice here. So, I mean, this is kind of what I am also as a driver. I've kind of lately traded in the microphone for the steering wheel, but I would slowly get faster as that race went on, continue to hang on here, and that's exactly what Lewis Holloway's done. He's got really nice speed, really nice pace, as well as I think you mentioned earlier, Warren, the consistency. Number 93, he's up to P10, biggest mover tonight, Lewis Holloway. Keep it up, buddy, because we're working with we got 5 minutes left to go. Andrew Bound comes across the stripe to complete lap 25. Josh Hunter, I wouldn't call it within striking distance, but it is a 2.5 second gap. Looking at that last lap history between the two, it's all green there. Last 3 laps for Josh Hunter.
Absolutely. Yeah, Josh Hunter's on the prowl now. You know, maybe Andrew's kind of let things go. Maybe he's doing some tire preservation. We're going to see, but Josh Hunter's definitely all over that. and just etching away at that lead. He's still 2.5 seconds back, but we're going to see if he can catch up all the way. As we got a great battle right now for 4th and 5th. Michael Odell, Brandon Birch, as Jeremy Fletcher gets the disqualification flag. The DQ for Jeremy Fletcher.
What did he do? Oh my God.
I might have got the incident limits and just didn't go in for the. He's not scoring points this race anyway, so
I gotcha.
no harm. Yeah, no harm, no foul for that. We're gonna see what happens here, but yeah, we have a nice battle going on with Michael Odell, Brandon Birch there it kicks him out now, and then Mitch Crowther has joined this battle, 12.7 seconds back from the lead. He's in P6. He's kind of hoping something happens here with Michael Odell and Brandon Birch, as they're a second apart now. 0.9 bouncing around from 1 second. Brandon's got to pick up the pace here. Yeah, the tires might be cooked. That might be what's going on. Those super, the Corvette and the Mustang kind of tend to burn tires pretty quickly, and that's what we're definitely seeing tonight. And who's behind Mitch Crowther's Stone Colby? He's worked his way back up to P7, so not the worst result for him. Kind of Nico is back there, and P12, he kind of got the worst of his incident, and had to let the whole field ride. But that's very, very solid runs from these guys tonight. Let's see, we got some gaps. Yeah, the best battle on track is still Michael Odell, Zach. Oh, this is Zach Sevier and Lewis Holloway. As Lewis Holloway's going to look up the inside down to turn 1. Not going to quite get it done there, as we got, who is that? Jesse Laverne going through the grass. Ooh, a little wobble there from Zach Sevier. Lewis Holloway is going to take advantage of that. He might get him down the straight here. Let's see if we could get a little side draft action. I don't know. We're going to see who can outbrake who. Zach Sevier. Yeah, Lewis a little early on, little early. Oh, as he goes wide, Lewis is still there. He brought him right back into it, actually. This battle's still going. This is going to be nice here. Let's see how this plays out.
Ooh, does Lewis try to the inside in that cambered caster machine? Oh, a little contact. Oh, they're going to both keep it straight. Lewis Holloway, Zach Sevier, how about it up in that tight technical, kind of call it 7 through 12 section here. Lewis still breathing down Zach Sevier's neck. And even with this battling, they're starting to get closer and closer here to Jesse Lavorde in the Camber and Caster 27. There might be a little contact between these two Mercedes. 53 minutes down, 2 minutes to go. Should be looking getting close to that white flag.
Getting close. I would wonder if there's a little team. Oh, there must have been a slowdown. I don't know what that was. I would have, because I was going to say that they might be working together here, Jesse and Lewis on the same team. Maybe a little bit of that, but it appears that Zach just took advantage of that. Went right on around. Oh, yeah, it looks like maybe he got fuel, possibly. It doesn't show him with a black flag, so not sure what's going on there, but unfortunately, Jesse's going to lose probably all the way to the back, P20, and we'll see what happens from there. Ooh, Brendan Myers with a good move down on Alexe for turn 1 there as he comes up. Let's go back to, let's see, Brandon Birch and Mitch Crowther are going at it right now, half a second. Let's check this out. I mean, Andrew Bound is checked out. He's 4.5 seconds clear, Josh. I want to see this battle. This is a 3-car battle here with Stone, Mitch, and Brandon. Let's see what happens here on these final 2 laps.
Final 2 laps here tonight from Interlagos. It's going to be we'll call it about 35 to 40 more turns here for all of these drivers. It's 2.6 miles times 2 as Andrew Bound comes out of turns 14 and 15 for the final time. Stone Colby is still right there breathing on Mitch Crowther's neck as you see Barney the flag man wave that white flag loud and proud. It is officially the white flag, last lap to go tonight. Stone Colby is still fighting for some points as these drivers make their way across the stripe for the final time. Now it's 2.6 miles to go, 15 turns left for these two, and Stone, he's going to kind of give that inside line to Mitch Crowther. I thought we would maybe see a switch back there, but thinks better of it.
Yeah, they're going to come down to the middle sector of the track as we're winding down the lap here. This is a good 3-way battle with those twin GT3 Ford Mustangs. Let's see what happens here around the outside. That's kind of the preferred line on the exit. It looks like Stone got ahead of Mitch there. Whoa, great work from Stone as the Brandon Birch and Stone Colby trio, or duo, Apex duo Mustangs get around. Is he going to send it around the inside down? We come through the infield. coming down the final turns. Not sure. He's keeping it together. This is looking like a good battle here. I don't know. This is his last chance, so we got to keep a look here. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be, Sean? We got Brandon, Stone, and Mitch. Looks like there's a little bit of a gap now forming. I'm not sure if he's going to get there. You don't want to push too hard and spin out and lose the points. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Stone and Brandon got away with a good one there. As we're going to come across the line, Andrew Bound is going to win round 5 of the GT Challenge.
About
Great.
Round 5 rockets his way from second to the first. little celebration across the line there. There's Josh Hunter P2, Austin Edwards, Michael Odell, Mitch Crowther, and how about Benjamin Forehand, Stone Colby? Here comes this battle across the line. Benjamin will hold off that hard-charging Colbster. Benjamin Forehand P7.
Stone must have spun again because he was right behind Brandon. What happened? Whoa! Oh my goodness. What happened to Stone Colby? He must have spun on the last turn or something. We have to see. Oh no!
Stone, no!
That's gut-wrenching for Stone. I hope he gets it back going here.
Oh.
Man.
What is that, out of the final, the second to final turn, coming to the final turn?
Yeah.
There? Oh,
Let's
man.
see, I don't think he's going to lose out to that car, too. Well, he only lost like 2 spots, but that's got to hurt if you're Stone, especially with that good comeback drive after the spin early on. Restart, but great race, it seems like. That was pretty eventful. I'd love to see how everything shakes out at the end, and I'm going to hand it over to you while I go check on these guys.
Thank you so much here for joining us the second half of the race. It's the one, it's the only, our fellow Toyota GR86 driver. It's Warren Johnson who joined me up in the booth tonight. That wraps up Interlagos. Make sure you stick around and join us for top 3 driver interviews as Andrew Bound rockets his way to the top of the, I believe it's both point standings now for both GR86 as well as GT Challenge. Andrew Bound gets it done from Interlagos down in Brazil. Josh Hunter and Austin Edwards, the man from the land down under in Skidmark Sim Racing. He finishes P3. It'll be the first time we hear from him in live driver interviews in just a few moments' time. Michael Odell, Brandon Birch, Mitch Crowther, another driver in a Skidmark Sim Racing, finishes 6th. Benjamin Forehand, Stone Colby with a spin on the last lap, drops him down 1 spot to 8th. And then it's Zach Sevier, Lewis Holloway, Nico Colby, Amethyst Reese, Jordan Panziola, Brennan Myers, Dylan Bass, Dane Perkins, Ali Xay, Jesse Lavorin, Miles Guerrero, and Jeremy Fletcher rounding out our top 20. Thanks each and every single one of you. I'm looking at you, Moonlight Dancer. I'm looking at you. Who else we got down here? Brandon F0801, Chaos LOL right there with you, as well as OMSRPA. Oh, the fast guys again. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you, sir. Thank you, Mitch Crowther, Moonlight, Brandon, as well as Omser joining us down there live in YouTube land, as well as those sponsors and affiliates up in the top right of your screen. We're talking Zane Khan Coaching. If you're looking to get faster within the sim racing universe, make sure you hit up Khan Coaching. Overstockvehicles.com. Looking to buy, looking to sell. Race to Stop Suicide. Check on your friends and family members down there around you. Stamps Video Network Racing Broadcast. West Coast Sim Racing. If you like what you see, make sure you join us down there with the Discord link below. And of course, Slipstream Performance and Camber and Caster. That being said, we're going to jump over to those top 3 driver interviews where I believe I have caught up with the one, with the only. Hey, it's Dr. Andrew Bound. Andrew, it's Sean. You got yourself a copy, man.
Howdy, gentlemen. How we doing?
Hey, I couldn't be better. Andrew, congratulations on another race win here for you tonight. How'd you get it done in that Mercedes AMG, which looked to be on rails, man?
Honestly, a little surprised. I didn't even try the Mercedes until the practice session tonight. I spent a couple, probably 30, 45 minutes in the Mustang earlier this week. I hopped into the Mercedes on a fixed setup, and I was 8/10 faster.
Yeah, that's saying something here because for some of these tracks, car track combos, GT3, we see some pretty good BOP, but I don't think it's down to BOP here tonight. I think it's down to that driver skill. Even with that late practice with the Mercedes AMG, you get it done here tonight, Andrew. A pretty good battling here on those on the race starts and race restarts. What was your kind of strategy for pulling away there?
Me and Stone got fortunate enough in the first stint just to pull away from the pack quite a bit, and we were trying to save our tires as much as we could. And then on the restart, I think he pushed a little bit too hard. One on the second to last turn, just lost the rear end, and that was basically race it for me. So I wasn't really pushing too much in the end. Just wanted to secure the victory.
Well said there, Andrew Bound. Congratulations on, once again, another race win here for you. Before we let you get to popping that virtual champagne, who we shout out to makes this race win possible for you?
Thanks for hosting a good race, Warren. Always good competitive guys, and it's clean racing for the most part. So I think the same for you. Sean, thanks for broadcasting. Thanks for all the drivers coming out.
All right, thank you so much, Andrew. We appreciate it, man. And have a great rest of your night. Until Monday, we'll see you next time.
Have a good night, sir.
And
All right.
Hey, there he is. Warren Johnson's caught up down there with Josh Hunter. Sorry, Warren, you got it.
Josh Hunter, how you doing, my guy?
I'm great. How are you?
I am doing fantastic, brother. Take us through it, man. P2 tonight. How was your race?
It was trash. I regret choosing the Aston. It was terrible here. Yeah, I'm just glad the race is over. If I'm being honest, I'm surprised that I made it that far up the grid. Almost lost it on the restart because just a lot of understeer cool tires, but made it work.
Absolutely. Yeah, I wasn't here for the beginning of the race. I wasn't quite sure where you started. Where did you qualify tonight?
I don't remember. I think P9.
P9? Well, you went all the way up to P2. That's commendable. I know it's maybe not the exact result you wanted. You're used to winning these GT3 races a lot. But P2 solid. I think you're going to be back next time by with the GT3s. No problem. Maybe just a bad car choice tonight. But I think you had a very commendable drive tonight, Josh.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun, and obviously people with cold tires took themselves out, so it made it easier for me to stay up front.
Absolutely. Yeah, we saw a lot of incidents with the cold tires on the second lap. I think people thought that they might have been able to push the car a little more than they should have, and they found out absolutely that they could not. So, anyone you'd like to thank for your P2 tonight? Who makes it possible for you, brother?
It's just you guys, you and Warren for the league and broadcast, and everyone that joins us.
Me and Sean, yes, absolutely.
Or yeah, that's what I meant.
No worries, Josh. Hey, man, we love to have you here. We're glad to see you race week in and week out in this league, and you're one of our best drivers here. So, congratulations on your P2 tonight, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Sean, take it away for P3 with our new member, Austin Edwards, I believe.
Hey, I believe you're right here. This is pretty special. Austin Edwards, this is Sean Sam, Warren Johnson up here in the booth. You got yourself a copy, man.
Hey Sean, how you doing? How's your day going?
Well, it's night here for us up on the
Oh,
I guess
sorry.
it's other side. All good.
Yeah.
Austin, it's going great here for us. I was sweating up here in the booth watching you slice, dice, work your way up to P3. Austin, walk us through tonight, man. How did you make it happen in that Porsche? Excuse me. Wait. Okay, it was a Porsche, yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. It all starts with pants off, socks and jocks. Unfortunately, it gets too exciting in lap 1, and I think I spun the car on lap 1, turn 1, and I was like, all right, I got some work to do. So on that safety car restart, it was pretty close to getting the fucking jocks off too, so we could get down and dirty. But I think everyone, I realized how hard it was to fire the tires up. So I think under the caution period, I just focused on trying to keep my tires as warm as possible. And then once we went green, a lot of the people in front of me just were struggling to get their tires back up to temperature, where I had my tires fired up already. So yeah, that was that, I guess.
Man, well said there, Austin. That Porsche 116, it definitely had some pace, had some speed tonight. You were on rails. Who we shouting out to makes this top 3, I believe, in your first race in West Coast Sim Racing possible?
I definitely got to shout out was it Nick Colby, who I put in the wall? Apologize for that. Nico, sorry. Yep, I was looking forward to racing against the infamous Nico, so I got to shout out to him. I got to shout out to the Skid Mark and all the boys there for the papaya rules, getting out of the way as I came through. And also Bird Game 3, can't forget that. All block on that Bird Game 3.
boy. Well, Austin, if this is what we're going to see this rest of the race season here within the GT Challenge and Toyota GRD6 Lee, it's going to be a blast, man. I can't wait to see how you do. We appreciate your time and effort. I was about to say tonight, but I guess it's today for you guys over there.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate it, Austin. Have a great rest of your day, and hopefully we see you on Monday night and hear from you in a top 3 driver interview then.
No worries. Cheers, mate. Thanks for having me. Have a good one.
You as well, Austin. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, sim racing fans of all ages, I believe that's going to do it here for tonight for Mr. Warren Johnson and myself, Sean Stam. It's Stam Studio Network. It's West Coast Sim Racing. It's hard to beat, even if you tried. Thank each and every single one of you who have joined into the broadcast tonight. From the bottom of our hearts, we appreciate each and every single one of you. Until Monday night, have a great rest of your night. Stay safe, everybody. Thanks.
Good night, folks.